All right, let's talk about Nvidia's world of AI image generation. It's incredibly powerful, but let's be honest, it can also be super confusing. Well, today we're going to crack that code. By the end of this, you'll have a clear roadmap to creating incredible art right on your own PC without ever paying another subscription fee. Let's dive in.
So, let me ask you something. Does this feel familiar? You find an amazing AI art tool online, you get totally hooked, and then you realize you're stuck, paying every single month just to keep using it. It feels like you're on this creative treadmill, and it gets expensive fast.
And just how expensive are we talking? Well, if you're on the top tier of a service like Midjourney, you could be looking at $120 every single month. That's almost $1,500 a year for a tool you don't even own.
But what if the answer isn't just another subscription? What if the key to unlocking truly unlimited, state-of-the-art AI power was already sitting right there in your machine, just waiting for you to take back control? I'm talking, of course, about your Nvidia RTX graphics card.
Now, this isn't some clever little workaround. This is a massive shift in who owns the tools of creation. Right now, in 2026, Nvidia is leading a full-on local generation revolution, moving that immense AI power from corporate cloud servers directly onto your desktop.
And you know, this didn't just happen overnight. This timeline shows it's been the plan all along. It all started with research projects way back in 2020. Then it grew into apps like Canvas. And now, here in 2026, it's hitting its peak with models that are built specifically for the RTX card that's probably already in your PC.
So you're ready. You want to tap into this local power. You go online to find Nvidia's tools, and bam, you're hit with this confusing wall of names. Canvas, Picasso, Flux, Galgan, what's what? It's kind of a mess. But don't worry, we're about to make it super, super simple.
Okay, so here's the deal. Nvidia basically has 5 main tools, and each one is for a totally different kind of job. Trying to figure it all out on your own can give you a headache. So let's just cut right through all that noise with the ultimate cheat sheet.
Here we go. This table makes it all clear. You see Canvas? That's for painting landscapes. Picasso? That's for big businesses, you can ignore that. The one we really care about, the one that's a total game changer for us, is FLUX.2. See that? It's free, it gives you pro-level quality, and it runs right on your RTX card. That's our target.
So let's zero in on that powerhouse FLUX.2. This is the model that really changes everything for individual creators, for artists, for anyone who just wants to make cool stuff. We are talking about top-tier, state-of-the-art AI with absolutely zero monthly fees.
So what's the secret sauce here? What makes it work so well? Well, FLUX.2 is this fantastic open-source model, but Nvidia waved a magic wand over it. They used a technique called FP8 quantization. Now that sounds really technical, I know, but think of it this way. It's like taking a huge 4K movie file and compressing it into a much smaller file, but without losing any of the important visual details. That's what they did here, making the model run way faster and more efficiently, even on regular consumer RTX cards. And what that means for you is huge. You get a 40% performance boost, so images generate way faster. And it uses 40% less video memory, which means you don't need a crazy expensive, top-of-the-line GPU to get amazing results. But even more important, you get total control, complete privacy since it's all on your machine, and, yeah, a monthly cost of $0. You actually own your own creative studio. Okay, I know what you're probably thinking. This sounds amazing, but is it going to be a total pain to set up? And the answer is no, not at all. It's really just 5 straightforward steps. You install a free program called Comfy UI, you download the special FLUX.2 model, you drop that file into the right folder, load a pre-made workflow, and that's it. You're ready to create. It's actually that simple.
We've talked about the idea, but how does running this locally on your RTX card actually stack up against the big cloud services everyone uses? Let's put them head-to-head and dig into the actual data.
First, let's talk about the most obvious difference, the cost. I mean, look at this. It's not even a fair fight. On one side, you're renting access forever with limits on how much you can do. On the other side, it's a one-time hardware cost, which you might have already paid for your gaming PC, and it gives you unlimited generations for free forever. The financial argument isn't just a win, it's a total knockout.
But what about quality? I mean, free is great, but not if the images look bad, right? Well, take a look at this bar chart. This comes from independent benchmarks. And yeah, okay, the big cloud models are slightly ahead, but look how close FLUX.2 is. It's right there with them, in the same top tier. The takeaway here is massive. You are getting world-class performance for free.
All right, let's say you're convinced. You're ready to make the switch. That brings us to the most practical question of all. What kind of hardware do you actually need to get this whole thing up and running? It really all comes down to one thing: VRAM, which is your graphics card's memory. This table breaks it down perfectly. You can see that optimized FP8 version of FLUX.2 we keep talking about only needs 6 gigs of VRAM to get going, and 12 gigs is the recommended sweet spot. That's fantastic news, because it makes this accessible to a huge range of modern graphics cards. So, what card should you get? Well, if you're on a budget, say around $250 to $400, the RTX 3060 with 12 gigs of VRAM is absolutely perfect to get started. In that mid-tier, an RTX 4070 is going to give you optimal performance. And of course, if you're a pro and you just want to run everything at maximum speed, the RTX 4090 can handle literally anything you throw at it.
And you should know, this isn't just some passing trend. This is the future. As Nvidia's CEO Jensen Huang put it, the future is neural rendering. That's basically using AI to create and improve graphics. This is the absolute heart of their strategy, and it positions your RTX card as the engine for the entire next generation of content creation.
So, that brings us to our final question. When you think about everything we've seen, the incredible performance, the complete privacy, the total creative ownership, and of course the zero monthly cost, you have to ask, is it possible that the graphics card you already own is the very last art subscription you will ever need? The local revolution is already here, and it's just waiting for you to press generate.